It's another raw video from your favorite YouTube scout, Draftrawthentic. Yes, I'm finally here with another one, and like I said, it's a raw video, so there will be no edits. Anyway, this video is about the Baltimore Ravens and their 2018 NFL Draft. And I have a special guest with me, super Baltimore Ravens fan, Tony. Tony, say what's up to the people.
What's up, everyone? How's everyone? How you doing, man?
Yes. So, first question. How long you been a Baltimore Ravens fan?
Day one.
Day one? Since 1996?
1996.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Ernest Biner scored the first Ravens touchdown.
That's what's up. I hear you. I hear you. So, I mean, this is about the NFL draft, and this is about the Baltimore Ravens draft. So, can I get your thoughts on what did you think about the Ravens draft in general?
Oh, man, where do I start? The Ravens draft in general, I think that Ozzie Newsome hit a home run. I thought going out, he set this team up with all of the draft picks. He ended up with 12 draft picks. And I mean, that's like the most we've ever had in a long time. I think since like 1997. So, you know, to go out like that, to me, it was just we filled a lot of holes and added depth at a lot of places, which is very important, especially for us. Seeing that we've had so many injuries over the last few years. But, you know, just overall, I think it was a great draft, and I'm excited.
Okay. Okay. So, what was going on in your mind when, in the first round, Ozzie traded back?
Initially, I didn't know what was going on because I just couldn't believe that we left a talent like Derwin James on the board. That was kind of un-Raven-like to me because he crossed all the T's and dots all the I's of a guy that I would think would be a Raven, but I don't know our board. So I was just thinking that it was kind of going to be kind of like the year we got Upshaw. We traded out and got Upshaw at the beginning of the second round. I kind of had a feel that we were going to get out of the first round.
Okay. Well, we know what happened, obviously. You know, the Ravens went and chose Hayden Hurst. Did you watch any of Hayden Hurst in college?
I've seen a small sample size, but I didn't really, you know, I watched some of the film, and I may have seen a couple of SEC games with him, and he's a good talent. Okay. But I haven't had a time, you know, he wasn't one of the guys that I would say that I knew about as much coming out of college. But I did hear a lot of buzz being created for him leading up to the draft. So I already knew that, you know, I thought that he would have the potential to be very good. Okay.
Do you think that tight end was the best pick the Ravens could have done at that point, or do you think that maybe they should have went in a different direction when they finally chose?
Well, honestly, I thought that DJ Moore or Calvin Ridley would be a better fit.
Right.
But I immediately, when we traded back the first time at 16, when we didn't take any of those guys, I was thinking that it was something that we did not like about them. So I was comfortable with us passing on them.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah. That's just how I like those guys a lot. But, you know, the draft, you know, maybe those guys have a lot of information that I don't have. So for them to pass on those guys, and it was like the most glaring need, like a receiver for the future finally, and we have an opportunity to take the first one off of the board. So that was a golden opportunity to nab it. And when we didn't, I just thought that maybe it was some kind of information that they had on those guys that they didn't like.
Right. Okay. Now you know I was about to ask this question.
Okay.
Because I know you a super fan.
Right.
So, what was your thoughts when the Ravens traded back and supposedly, because we don't know yet, you don't know how this play is going to turn out, but what was your thoughts when they traded back in the first to get Lamar Jackson?
I felt that was a move to show the fan base that we're dedicated to putting a more exciting product on the field on Sundays. That was my take. Lamar Jackson, to me, is the stat that we will not just sit here with this boring offense anymore. Also, with the additions in the offseason of like Crabtree and John Brown and Snead, just the fact that we upgraded that position and invested that into the position, that also shows me, that we're committed to becoming a better offense for the fans. Because a lot of fans in Baltimore, I mean, just face it, it's hard to watch.
Right.
Even for me, sometimes I'm a diehard, so I can watch it. But I'm pretty sure if you're a national fan, it gets boring watching us. So I think when they took that chance, which I think like Lamar Jackson is a chance that the Ravens don't usually make on players, but to me, he's the most electrifying football player that I've ever seen in college football.
Better than Michael?
Better than Michael.
Yeah,
Better than Michael. And I saw Michael day one. Redshirt freshman at Virginia Tech. And I saw, Lamar Jackson day one. But at this point in their careers, I think Lamar Jackson is a better passer and a much better pure runner.
Okay.
If it was a runner as far as did you use the speed a lot of the time, Lamar Jackson is almost like a running back when he has the ball in his hand. He's just running the building is like unmatched by anybody.
Right. Right. Yeah, so, I mean, y'all heard it there, folks. Like, he believes Lamar Jackson is even better than Michael Vick. And, I mean, I can say that he is. He's more polished and everything, so. But you know what? Like I said, we have to see. We don't know how none of these prospects going to turn out. But we'll see.
Yeah, we don't know. I mean, we never know with the draft picks. We don't know how to turn out.
Right.
But I just think that's why I said at this point, he's better than Vick. Not saying he'll have a better career or longer career, but at this point,
he's better.
Up until being drafted, I think he was a better quarterback because he played in a more sophisticated system. Bobby Petrino's system is well known for developing quarterbacks and being a pro-ready, complex offense to learn and to master. And he dominated that offense for 2 seasons.
Okay.
Better than any other quarterback I saw in the Louisville. Teddy Bridgewater or anybody. So under Petrino.
Right. Excuse me. That's what's up. So I wanted to get into, so let's get out the first round real quick. All right.
Okay.
So let's get into their next 2 picks that they had on day 2 in the 3rd round. Let's actually get into the second 3rd round pick, not the first one. I want to do the second 3rd round pick that we had. At number 86 overall, they chose tight end Mark Andrews from Oklahoma. What did you think about Mark?
It's like it seems to me as he's a receiver.
Right.
So I look at him as just another sign that we want to make this offense better. And I think he complements Hayden Hurst well. Because Hayden Hurst immediately said at the draft that he wants to be a blocker. So I'm pretty sure that's probably one of the things that, made Ozzie take notice when he heard this guy that's scored 100 catches in 2 seasons as a tight end, which is pretty impressive in the SEC, say that he wants to be a blocker. On the other end, Andrews is a converted tight end, I think.
Yeah, he was a wide receiver.
Converting him to tight end. So that's just an added weapon. And I don't want to jump out there too much, but it's like I kind of see visions of Gronk and Hernandez. But all field stuff because Gronk was more of a power inline blocker and Hernandez was more of a receiver.
Right.
But they complemented each other well in the double tight formations for the Patriots.
Right.
So I kind of envision that. Maybe not. Maybe I'm reaching to think they would have that kind of success, but I kind of see them guys hopefully developing into that kind of combination.
Okay. Okay, I like that. So, now, 3 picks before that one, the Ravens chose the Bloodline, Orlando Brown Jr., Lil Zeus.
Right.
So, I mean, can I get your thoughts on that pick?
My thoughts on that pick was, I would say, I'm trying to find the right word, uncharacteristically unraven move, like Lamar Jackson. It was to me, it's a gamble pick, but I like it because we've been so conservative. It seems like after the Ray Rice incident, but sometimes in football you need the guys with an edge, you know, and I think both of those guys have a chip on their shoulder, which would give them an edge. But initially, when I heard about how terribly bad Orlando Brown combine was, I just knew that he was going out of the first. So maybe possibly later than the third in which we drafted him.
Right.
But one thing I do know is I don't put as much stock into the combine as some other people do.
Okay.
Because I know combine is just training stuff. If you train hard enough for 3 months, you know, you can do well at the combine. You get the top trainer, the top combine preparation people. You can put in a good combine, but that doesn't make you a good football player.
Right. You know,
The 40 time for a tackle, I don't care. Tackles are not running 40 yards. You know, he has to be in a 5 to 7 yard radius to block the quarterback. I'm not, you know, he's not running a 40. What I was concerned about is the low reps on the bench press. Because being an offensive tackle is a lot of extending and pushing, as you know, a lot of extending and pushing and using your arms and your strength from that angle. But to me, I'm just going to trust my organization. I like the talent. I mean, Baker Mayfield said what? Tell me your top tackle. I don't care what y'all say. This guy didn't let up a sack all year. Whoever did great at the combine, did he let up a sack? Because this guy didn't. You know, and at the end of the day, sometimes I just hope it's right, and we can, you know, develop this guy to be a bookend tackle for the next 8 to 10 years for the Ravens.
Right. Now, I heard you say, I heard you say something about, you know, the 3 months to prepare, right?
Yeah.
For the combine. Now, Vinny Serrato, or maybe it was Ed Norris, but they made a funny comment that you didn't have 3 months to prepare. You had your whole college career. So it's just like, you know.
But this is. I mean, I said that to the point that I've seen great football players like Anquan Bolden not run the 40.
Right.
And drop. But I've seen guys like Philip Dorsett run a 4.3 and jump up there. This is not track.
Right.
You can do track training and prepare to run a fast 40. But that doesn't mean you're going to be effective on the football field.
Right.
Usain Bolt is the fastest guy in the world.
Right.
I guarantee you put him on that football field, he's going to get hurt.
Right.
And he's not going to run past everybody.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not about straight line running the football. It's about angles and taking proper angles and technique.
Right.
So, you know, that's why I don't get enamored too much in 40 all the time. I do put stock in it. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But at the same time, I try not to put too much. And that's what I meant for the 3 months to prepare.
Right.
Like you're right. You do have your college to prepare. But somebody could have been a 4-time All-American and have a bad combine.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean they did bad. They just had a bad day and ran slow. That day, you only had that one day. You know, they may come back at the pro day and improve. But that's why I say, that's why I just said the 3 months, because some of these guys just go through track training and run a fast 40 so they can get drafted out. And we've seen so many of those guys that are the fastest never translate.
Right.
Never translate. The fastest 40 guys, for the most part, never translate in the NFL.
Right. Now, I mean, I'm just, you know,
guys that don't have the film, you know.
Right.
You look at a Orlando Brown film, it's dominating.
Right. Now, I don't want to keep harping on him, but still, like I said, you know, you have your whole career.
Yeah.
That 14, though. What's up with the 14?
That's bad.
Huh?
That's bad. That's bad. And I would think that would mean you would struggle in the NFL. But one thing about it is you can improve strength.
Yeah.
You can improve strength. You can't teach a guy footwork to be a left tackle.
Yeah. You right.
know, you can teach them, but I'm just saying some guys, which are the best, they just have. That's the main quality of left tackle, footwork. Right. It's all on the feet.
Right.
You know, and that guy has good feet and knows how to use his weight. I mean, forget about a bench press. We can get that up.
Right.
I can get that up to Forte. I could work with him and get him up past Forte.
All right.
To the same thing that you were saying, like as far as Denny, like you had your whole college career, that was kind of piss poor. To know that the combine is coming, you know what I mean?
Right.
And not be prepared to at least bench press, the main thing that strong people do.
Right.
That's the main exercise that strong people do, you know. When you're 300 pounds, I would guess that you're strong, right?
Right. No, you're right. So,
that is the only one in the combine that really concerned me. That number is the only one, the slow 40, all of that didn't concern me. Just that low bench press number concerned me.
Yeah. So I don't want to keep you too long. So, all right. So we're gonna I want you to kind of run through with like quick summaries for like the rest of the picks that they did have. So I'm gonna try to say them in order. I didn't write them down. I think I do have them in my head. But so after that, I think their next pick was Anthony Averett from Alabama, corner.
Yeah, I think he projects into a great nickel corner for us.
Okay.
Because of his skill set, his speed, his size. You know, I like guys in the slot that are kind of small.
Right.
Same way with receivers. You know, you kind of like the guys that are small that have the quick hitch, the agility to be able to get in and out of break. But I think he projects to be a great nickel corner for us because I'm kind of projecting Tavon Young as a start.
Right.
So I think he can kind of fill that void in the nickel slot, which makes us feel a better team. I like that pick with Anthony Averett. I like that pick.
What about Kenny Young, linebacker, UCLA?
I didn't know too much about him, but you know, during the process and during the draft, I heard them talk about him, and what I kind of get from him, he's a guy that we could use in like nickel and sub packages to help, you know, as far as we could use his speed and coverage.
Okay.
Which over the couple of years we've had a lot of problems with our linebackers in coverage and teams attacking us there. So I thought that was an immediate move to get a guy that may not project to be a starter for us, but just somebody that would be helpful in the nickel or special teams and on third down, you know, to kind of play coverage.
Okay. All right. So next pick after that, I believe, was Jaleel Scott. 6'5" receiver from New Mexico State.
Yeah, I didn't know too much about Jaleel Scott, but I tell you, when they put that film on and you see that one-handed catch he made in the end zone, I've been kind of clamoring for years for us to get a big guy that could really get on the field to be able to work with Joe Flacco. Somebody his size, 6'5", big body. So I'm just hoping that, you know, he can project. It's always hard for receivers, especially this late in the rounds, you know, but I'm just hoping he doesn't go down the road to the other big receivers that we tried, Clarence Moores and, you know, those guys, and develop into somebody that can really, you know, be a factor next year.
Right.
This season, sorry.
Right.
This season.
Right. So, what about, next pick, Jordan Lashley, UCLA wide receiver.
I like him, man. And if I'm not mistaken, a few months ago, you told me you liked him too, if I'm not mistaken. Is that true?
I actually told you Jaleel Scott.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Lashley. Okay. But what I saw, I liked. You know, I don't know too much about him, but he looked kind of fluid when I watched him.
Right.
Looked like he could get in and out of breaks. Looked like, you know, he had good size.
Right.
You know, but from what I saw, I really liked it, man. I really thought he could be, you know, somebody that could be a factor.
Okay.
Outside of when I first saw Chris Moore, I didn't really see it, you know?
Right.
I really didn't see it. I didn't know about him, but when I watched the film, I didn't, you know, he didn't jump off the board, dude.
Right. So,
Lashley looked good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what was the next one after that? Because that was fourth, 1/5 rounder. Okay. So then, the next pick was Deshaun Elliott, safety, Texas.
Wow. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. I think he can be special. I think the fact that he's going to get a chance to work with Weddle and Jefferson, I think it's only room for him to go up. You know, it's not like he's thrown into the wolves like a Matt Elam or somebody like that. He's going to have time. I just hopefully I've seen a football player instead of a speed guy like Terrence Brooks.
Right.
When I saw Terrence Brooks, I saw speed and just thought that would be so much out there. But when I saw Deshaun Elliott, I saw a football player, somebody that can play in the box. I almost saw him as a Buchanan.
Ooh, okay.
You know, I don't know if I'm right about that, but like I said, I didn't see much. But he seemed like he could be that hybrid kind of linebacker, play a tight end, play a slot, you know, kind of DB back there, third down. Kind of like how we use Levine sometimes.
Right.
I think he could kind of be like that also.
Okay. You know, it's kind of funny because Vinny Serrato said the exact same thing about that hybrid that you just said.
He did?
Yeah. So, I mean,
Okay.
it confirms what you saw. You know what I mean?
Okay. Like I said, I didn't see much, but I'm just going by what I saw, you know, from highlights.
Right. But you know, the crazy thing about him, though, is that he can play deep safety.
Okay.
You know, he can play deep safety. That's the crazy thing about him, is that he's just not a nickel dime type. Yeah, he can play deep safety, which that's why I think that he's gonna make a lot of money in being able to do that, to go on the field and be able to do that. Like, yeah.
Of course, I totally agree. I didn't know that. That makes me even more intrigued.
Yeah. So
because it was like we kind of needed to address safety. If you would be thinking about this as your last draft, as maybe Ozzie was thinking, and looking at this roster, and how can I set this roster up for the future, you would have to look at our roster and see we have to get younger and better at safety.
right.
And I do like Chuck Clark, Bananas, and I do like Levine, who we don't use enough to me, but
Right.
hey, now we can add Elliott into the mix, and I think we're better.
Okay. So I'm gonna just go. All right. So you have the last three picks. So they chose 2 offensive linemen in the 6th round. One was the Alabama center, and then the other was offensive tackle from Wagner.
Okay.
So what do you project those guys? What do you think about them?
I think they're going to be excellent. One thing I know about my GM, Ozzie Newsome, he destroys the draft at the end. Finding late round starters. I mean, 5th round guys that, you know, Ricky Wagner's of the world. You know, that turn into, you know, great players.
Right.
I mean, you know, even for example, who's the guy we had last year? Ryan Jensen.
Uh-huh.
I think he was like a 4th, 5th late round pick.
6.
No, he's the highest paid center in the league.
Right.
You know? I mean, that's what we do. And just the fact that center, I don't know much about him, but the fact that he comes from Alabama, and I like Bama because they operate like the Ravens on defense and run game. But even one thing I do know is defensive line and offensive line are going to be good run blockers. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking at anything we got a good run blocker center, just in case, just somebody, you know, to push Scorer a little bit. He might, you know, maybe take Scorer's back. I think Scorer is slated as our starting center. Maybe he can push Scorer and take that back, you know.
Right.
But anyway, I think we upgraded. And I think the other tackle, I don't know too much about him, but I can hear good things that he may be able to be good.
Uh-huh.
So I think it was, what was his name?
Greg.
Ragnat or something like that?
It was Greg Senat or something like that.
Okay.
Greg Senat. Something.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I've been hearing good things about him, but you can never have enough linemen.
Right. So so then, you know, the last pick, the very last pick was what was that dude name? I forgot his name. It was Zach something from Ferris State.
Siler?
Huh?
Was it Siler? It was something like Siler.
Yeah, something like, it started with S. I can't remember his name. I never even studied him as a prospect, so I have no clue. But
Okay, but I mean, I've even heard good things about him when he talked about him. They said that he played at a very, very small school, and I mean, he was more talented than anybody. But I mean, he dominated.
Right.
He dominated. So, you know, sometimes maybe you can get in. One thing about like defensive players on the line and stuff like that. I mean, you come here, you have a golden opportunity. You know, because, you know, we have a tradition of building in the trenches.
Yep.
And that tradition just got passed on from Nada, from Sam Adams, and those guys. I mean, right down the line, and it still exists. So if you get an opportunity to come in and you can shine on our defensive line, you can make a lot of money.
Right. Okay. So we just ran through the draft real quick. Just overall, this will be my last question. Overall, for the future of the Ravens organization, where do you think they're going to be? Do they make the playoffs this year? Do you think they make the playoffs in like 2 years? Where do you project the Ravens to be from this point?
I haven't really thought about that question. I really haven't. But this is a make-or-break season for us in a lot of ways. Because, I mean, one thing about us, we're going to be in it at the end. Barring Flacco injury the year we were 5-11. You know what I mean?
Right.
For the most part, we're going to be in it in week 16. It's going to be up to us a lot of the time. So, with that said, I have expectations of a playoff berth. I think we've improved enough to be a playoff team. We were kind of close last year, but I don't want to count last year because we had a lot of other things that happened last year. But I think that we're on track to be a playoff team. But I think, you know how I feel about Marty Moynihan. I think we can only go as far as he takes it. And in the future, I don't know if if Harbaugh and Moynihan are the coaches for Lamar Jackson. I'm really not sure about that. I think Lamar Jackson needs the right system and coaches around him, bright minds that understand the college game and how it translates to the NFL game and how to use it. But I'm very excited with the future, knowing that we made that investment and it's got to start.
Okay.
It's not going to be like a Tyrod Taylor who's a late draft pick and Flacco's, and then this guy's going to have the opportunity to be, you know, the star of the franchise quarterback for the Ravens. And I'm excited about that.
Okay. I hear you.
Overall, I expect us to be the Baltimore Ravens. I expect us to be contending for Super Bowls.
Right.
That's what I expect.
I know that's right.
That's what I think is coming.
I know that's right. So, you know what? So stay on the line real quick. So there you have it. This was Baltimore Ravens fan Tony talking about what he think about the NFL draft, or basically what he thought about the Baltimore Ravens draft. Once again, this is Draftrawthentic. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you like this video, please hit that like button. Please comment on this video if you want me to talk about something else, or you didn't like what me or Tony had to say. We can debate. Share this video so other people can join the debate. And once again, I thank you for watching. Goodbye.